Shay and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit different of a video. I have cleared out my everyday makeup area. Basically what this is I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to put into my bi-weekly makeup area to use for the next 2 weeks, and then we switch it out. This process really helps me to get through my large collection of makeup. I have more makeup than the average person and I want to make sure that I'm utilizing what I own. So this is my way of cycling through, figuring out what I like still. Maybe I find something that I now dislike and I can declutter. I'm a little tongue-tied today. Let's work through it. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I'm going to be using for the next 2 weeks, keep on watching. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the way that I am set up currently. I did just film another video prior to this one, so forgive a little bit of the random stuff kind of hanging out on my vanity, but you'll be able to see the gist of what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to move you. We're going to travel. Are you ready to travel? So this is where I do my makeup every day. Now my vanity is very, very unique because this actually will fold down, and when it does, it will completely flatten to here and become one solid table where I work with my laptop and do my job. I know you can see me in the mirror. Don't look. She's not cute. She's not cute. And down here is my project pan items that I use pretty much every day. And right now it's pretty empty. The only things that are in here are things that I either have already in a project that I need to work on, or are things that I use every single day that are staples that never move out of this area. We're going to turn back around and look at my ugly mug, and from there I'm going to show you what I'm going to be keeping in here for now and adding into here for now. How was your trip? Was it fun? Did you see anything interesting? Take a lot of pictures? Yeah? Get an autograph or two? Good deal. So, like I said, we are going to go through and I'm going to show you what I have in my little everyday area, and then we are going to shop my stash and we are going to pick out what I'm going to be using for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to talk fairly quickly because I don't want this to be super long. These videos do tend to be fairly long, and that's my goal, to try to make it way shorter. To start with, I have a couple things up on the top of my organizer on this side just to keep in eyesight to remember to use. I have my Be Joyful Bath & Body Works body spray. This is in a project pan, so I do try to use that as often as possible. I also have a mini perfume sample that I've been trying to use up because I have like 6 of this same scent, and this is the Lancome La Vie Est Belle perfume, and I'm wearing it today and I love it. But I'm not going to go into what's in my my project pan drawer. I do have a video coming up. It'll be posted on the 10th, and you will see that project pan video. It is a collab with one of my favorite YouTubers here, and you will be able to see that. So I'm not going to go into that right now because that would be a total spoiler alert. So I'm going to avoid all the things that you're going to see in the future videos. Just keep in mind, anything project pan stays in this area. So this is the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I use this as a mix-in. It doesn't have enough coverage for my liking. I like a fuller coverage foundation. This one is just, I use this to tone different foundations or to add a little bit more of a dewier finish to my matte foundations. So this guy stays in here. I also have this unique Uplift Eye Serum. This is actually almost identical to the Inglot Duraline. So that's what this is in here for, and honestly this is pretty much gone. So I also have this little sample of the Pure Correcting Primer Illuminate and Glow. I used this today as well, and it's okay, but it was a decent primer. It felt good on the skin. I didn't have any issues with it. We'll see if it helps with my complexion. Why not? And then I also keep this in here. This is the Revlon Colorstay Aqua Mineral Finishing Powder. I use this under my eyes. I don't have very much left, and I really want to just get this out of my collection because it's old. Now for my foundation lately, I am again trying to use something up, so this has been my kind of daily foundation routine. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I'm about halfway done, and I use this and I mix it in conjunction with the e.l.f. BB cream in the shade Fair because this gives more of a dewier finish. This is a very matte foundation on me. I really just want to get these out of my collection because behind me over here, that's like 30 foundations that need to get used up. So these guys are going to hang out in here for the next 2 weeks. For other things that are staying in here, just the basic stuff, tweezers, my pencil sharpener, my lash glue, and my favorite lip balm that is made for me by my friend Lisa Shore. If you guys would like a review on this, I will do one in my daily skincare routine. I will mention this, and I will give you a way to contact her. She makes these, they're amazing, they're incredible. Essence Brow Gel, Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. I use this in my brows and it stays because it's the only one I have. Concealer, I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer because it is literally almost gone. I have to scrape to get some out, so I would like to finish this up within the next 2 weeks. I have my brow products. One of them is in a project pan, so that's gonna stay in there. The other brow product that I do leave in here at all times, or brow products that I leave in here at all times, is my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Medium Brown. I do really enjoy this, but I really am trying to use up the other products in my project pan before I dip back into this. And then I have my brow powder, and this one I think is by Kiss, believe it or not, and I really like it. Like, I actually really like it. My sponge, right now I'm using the Flower Beauty Sponge. I talked about this in my 2017 favorites, which I will link up in the cards for you right here. I love the sponge. I love the sponge. My beauty blender has been on the back burner for the past like a month and a half because this is so freaking good. Go watch that video if you want to see about this. These two are mascaras. One of them, I know, totally high maintenance. This one is my upper lash mascara and this one is my lower lash mascara. They're both deluxe size sample products, so I want to use them up before cracking into another mascara. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I love this mascara. This is probably my holy grail mascara at this point for my upper lashes. And this is by MAC, and it's the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. I love this mascara. I do. But only for my bottom lashes. It has a really spiky wand, which for me works perfectly for my lower lashes. My Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner always stays in my makeup drawer as well. It's the only one that I have. It's my holy grail favorite, 100% favorite. It's in the shade Blackest Black, as you can see. Definitely got a dip in there. But this one always stays in here because I do gravitate toward it depending on what I'm wearing on my lids. My camera is getting hot in here. It needs to take off all its clothes. For eye primer, like I was saying, I just want to get through my little mini eye primers, and these last forever. I can literally spend 6 months on a mini eye primer, so I need to get it out of here. But I've been using the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. I've actually been using this for the past few weeks. I really do enjoy it. So for now, I'm perfectly content leaving this in here. I don't need to try anything else. This is a sample-sized eyeshadow by The Balm in the shade Meat Matte Moskowitz, and it's a beautiful deep plum shade. You can see I have a pretty good dip in it already. I use this pretty much primarily to either deepen my outer corner over here or to smoke out my lower lash line. I feel like smoking out a deep plum is super classy. That is basically the makeup that stays in this drawer and the tools. Obviously I have brushes and all that stuff on my vanity. We're not going to go into that. We are going to start with my favorite part, and that's palettes. For palettes, I've been feeling a lot of cool tones lately. I've been doing a lot of cool tone looks. I don't know why, I just have been loving cooler tones. So I would like to really bring in some palettes with cooler tones. Okay, so I pulled out my Tartist Pro eyeshadow palette, and I know it's super reflective, I'm so sorry. I love this palette because it's basically your like nudes to purples to pinks to purples again. These are all matte and they're beautiful and they are all cool tone colors. So because I'm feeling that cool tone thing right now, I think I want to pull this in and get some good looks out of this palette. Speaking of Lorac, I kind of want to pull in one of my Lorac eyeshadow palettes. This is fairly new to me, but I haven't used it much. I've only used it, I think, 3 times so far. This is the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, and like I said, I've only used it a couple times, but I feel like this is going to give me that ability to do still some cool tone looks. You get some cooler tone purples up in here. There's some cooler tone greens and just some basic neutral shades. So I really would like to get more use out of this because it's, like I said, it's new to me. I haven't really played with it much, and I want to be able to do a review on this palette. This is the Christmas in New York, the Chocolate Shop palette by Too Faced. This was last year's holiday palette, and there is a shade in here that I'm going to be trying to pan, but this palette overall is very cooler toned. So it's got a great amount of neutrals and browns, but it also has a couple pops of color. I want to get a lot of use out of these teal colors and the cooler tone colors, so I think I'm going to pull this palette in because it does have a lot of cool tone options, but it also gives me some options for warm tones or these like teal colors and stuff. And I like this palette, I really do. So this guy's gonna come in too. Keep in mind, I do my makeup every day. If it's a rare occasion that I don't. So these palettes get used every single day. My makeup gets used every single day. It is what I do as a job. So as a makeup artist, this is what I do. Babbles. For a bronzer, I actually already have a bronzer that I have in my project pan, so I don't need another bronzer to be in there. For blushes, however, I do have free reign of blushes, yay! Little blush basket here. And based on me doing cool tone looks, I'm thinking I need a cooler toned blush. Wet n Wild Ombre Blush in the shade Princess Daiquiris. This is actually one of my favorite blushes of all time, you guys. If you can kind of see right here. It's a very, very subtle, natural, pale blush. This is not what I'm wearing today, but I wear this very, very often, so I think I want to pull this guy in. The Milani Powder Blush, and this is in the shade Romantic Rose. I love this guy. You can already see I've worn off quite a bit of the top of the embossing on it. Again, a very neutral, very cooler toned, natural looking blush. I mean, what can I say? This is a heavy swatch, but that is the shade of this blush. So it's very subtle, very natural, but again, it works. Let's pull in the Tarte Party Blush. This was the Sephora birthday gift this year. So this is the Amazonian Clay Blush, and these take forever to get through. They're very hard pressed, so they take ages and ages to get through. But this one I think really works with almost any eye look. It's very similar to Romantic Rose, except this one's got a little bit more pink in it, where Romantic Rose is a little bit more peach. So those are the two colors that we're going to add in, and I think that'll do it for blush for this round. Just a random one for setting spray. We all know I live for the Urban Decay All Nighter. It sits right next to my Vanity, and I use it every day. Back to makeup, because that's what you're here for. Let's do bronzers. So for bronzer, I already talked about bronzer. Let's just X that point out. Okay, so for highlighters, I have a highlighter obsession. It's sick. It's disgusting. I don't even like to admit how many highlighters I have. I have a bunch of palettes down there, and then I have all of these. This whole basket is full of highlighters. I think I'm gonna pull in my Luna highlighter in Calypso. This is one of my top 5 favorite highlighters of all time. This is stunning. It blends out to look like your cheeks are wet. It doesn't even look like a highlighter. It doesn't even look like powder. It has the most intense shine and shimmer, but it's a cool, like almost like a pale taupe. It doesn't go onto the face like a taupe. It just looks cooler toned. It's amazing. Trust me. I'm fair. If I can wear this, you can wear it. Trust me. And I actually kind of want to use a cream. This is by the brand Teeny, and this is Candlelit. It's one of these twist up like highlighter balms, and this is in just kind of a champagne color. It's not as intense as the Calypso one, so I think it'll work really well. It's right here, if you can kind of see that. It's a very subtle, soft highlight, but it's a very pretty color. So I would like to get some use out of that. It goes on like a cream, but it blends into a powder, so it's very interesting, and I'd like to play with it a little bit more. And now, for single eyeshadows. For single eyeshadows, I just got a new one that I am going to try. I'm dying to try. I have it in my video I posted. You're gonna be seeing this after, obviously, I'm pre-filming. So it'll already be posted. Right now, the haul that I got this in is already posted on my channel, so definitely go check that out. But this is one of the Butter London Glazed eye glosses, and this one is in the shade Oil Slick. Brand new to me, not brand new, but brand new to me. They are a very strange consistency. They are a jelly consistency, and this is your typical like true oil slick color with that deep cranberry brownish color to that insane green teal. So you can see the cranberry, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, teal. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love these shades in this time of year, so I want to use it because I love it. So that guy's gonna go in. This is by Naked Cosmetics, and this is one of their loose pigments in the shade Mother Nature. Same shift. It has that same cranberry to that teal duochrome shift. So I'm gonna pull this guy in. I'm gonna go in with a pigment called Dignified, and this one's by Unique. You can't get these little pots anymore. Actually, I don't even think Unique sells their pigments anymore because they went pressed. I'm not sure. You can ask your consultant if they have these. I don't think they do, but I have them left over, so I'm obviously going to use them. I love loose pigments. So this is in the shade Dignified. It is a beautiful, beautiful shimmery, like emerald green. I love this all over the lid. These are so gorgeous. I don't know why the company stopped making them. They are so beautiful. So that is in the shade Dignified, and I'm gonna pull him in because I do want to do a green look. So for eyeshadow bases, I'm going to bring in this Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeshadow stick in the shade Bluffing. It is a beautiful taupe color, and I like to use this underneath that Naked pigment that I pulled out. I'm also going to be pulling out my Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome in the shade Electric Emerald, and that's this guy right here. And I like using this as a base for my green shadows as well, so I'm going to pull those in. I'm actually going to be pulling in this Smashbox Duo I got in my Sephora Play box, and I don't know the names. I know the names of the shades. I don't know which is which. I think this one is Turned On and this one's Psycho. Psyched. I'm not sure. This is from the Cover Shot Golden Hour eyeshadow duo. But I want to use this brownish color right here for the for this drawer. So I'm going to add that guy in as well and give it a try. I haven't been able to play with it, so I do want to test it out and see what I think. I'm actually going to pull in my Z palette because there's a shade in here by Makeup Geek. And yes, if you think you just saw a shadow go shooting across my Z palette, you are absolutely right. It's one of my Project Pan shadows that don't like to stick. So I'm going to be pulling in my Z palette, and I want to use one of these shades in here. I haven't used it in a while. It's by Makeup Geek, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful, like taupey silver shade. This is in the shade Charmed. It's almost like a taupe to silver to green shade. And I really, really like it, but I haven't worn it in a while. And I feel like with cool tone looks, this would be a really good one. So there it is right there. It's just a really pretty like mix of silver, taupe, and green kind of all together. We're going green heavy this week. I don't care. Probably because I got inspiration from the green on my eyes today. And last but not least, we're going to be doing lips. And the way I've been doing this, it's a lipstick roulette. And it's not the way that is traditionally thought of as a roulette. I'm not going to reach at random. I'm going to pick lipsticks, and those lipsticks, once I use them for a day, I cannot use them again. So I'm gonna pick 7 lipsticks because I have Project Pan items that I do need to work on, and I'm gonna give myself those extra 7 days to get use out of them, but I do wanna be able to still rotate through the rest of my collection. So I'm gonna pick 7 lipsticks to wear in this roulette. My rules are, if I do not wear any of those lipsticks during the 2-week time frame, they're decluttered or passed on, because it means that I just don't reach for them enough and I don't whatever. I'm gonna pick 7 lipsticks, and I'll be right back and show you what I picked. Okay, I picked out my lipsticks, and I picked out 7. This is not including glosses. Those are in a separate category. So the rest of my lipsticks I'm not gonna show you because I have products in Project Pans of videos that I've not posted yet. I don't want to show you guys as a spoiler. So these are just going to be 7 that I have to use during this 2-week time frame, or it's basically use it or lose it. So the first one I chose is by the brand Mellow, and this is in the shade Nude. I don't know why it's called Nude. It's not nude. This is a really beautiful matte mauve shade. So I think that's going to go really well with a lot of the looks that I have planned. The Too Faced, and this is in their matte formula. This was in a Christmas collection last year, and this is shade Rebel Heart. It's a really deep matte red. So there's that one. So for liquid lipsticks, I chose my mini Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Serenata. And this one is a really cool toned, deeper brown shade, which is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I have worn this once before, or I mean, I've worn it a few times, but I've worn this once recently before I did the roulette, and I want to make sure that I really love it. So it's this brown right here. It's a beautiful color, and it's very opaque, great formula, but I really want to give it a little bit more use because it's a mini and it's about a year old. So the next one I chose is definitely the one that is out of my comfort zone. I always try to reach for something that is very not my norm to really push myself. So I chose the Touch and Soul Medalist Liquid Foil Lipstick Duo, Jasmine, so bronze. It's a deep bronze, and one side is your liquid lip. The liquid lip of this I do not like. I feel like it is liquidy and sheer, and it just doesn't have a really good formula. It's a very oily formula. Can you see how it's bleeding into my lines? But the gloss on this side is very pretty. So you can see the huge difference. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is not. So I think I'm going to focus on this side, this gloss. I think I can make this work. But I'm honestly, I don't foresee myself using the liquid lipstick side. It's just not good. Another one I grabbed was from Too Faced. This is the Melted Matte in Child Star. This is a very pale nude right there. So I'm going to be using that guy. Then I grabbed one from Makeup Forever. This is in the shade 203, and this is one of the Artist Liquid Mattes. This one is really a cool toned, almost purple. It's a cool toned pink, but it's heavy on the purpley side. So we're gonna be using this guy as well. I love the formula of these Makeup Forever liquid lips. I also grabbed the Sephora brand, the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade 37. I don't know the name of it. They don't have the names listed on here. This one is so cool, it's almost gray. Literally, it's like a grayish purple right there. And I really like that shade paired with that teal look. So I think I'll be able to wear this a couple times this week. Let's go into eyeliner, and then we will go into lip gloss because I forgot eyeliner. So for eyeliner, I am going to grab my ColourPop Gel Cream Liner in the shade Honeydew. It's just the perfect like nude flesh tone. I am going to grab my Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Rococo, which is just a brown. I have this Clinique Pretty Easy liquid eyelining pen. I haven't used this all across my eye yet because it's not, when it's swatched, it almost isn't like fully opaque black. It's a brush tip, it's not a felt tip, which I like. I find that this one is perfect for really getting a sharp wing, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it across the top of my eye. So we're gonna have to see, but I'm pulling in that guy to play with and give a good try onto lip gloss. The first one I'm gonna grab is the Lorac Alter Ego Lip Gloss in the shade Secret Agent. So it's right here. It's just a cool tone gloss that goes over other lipsticks or worn by itself. So that's gonna be a gloss. And then I'm gonna pull in one other one, this Essence lip gloss. This is the Essence Triple XL Shine lip gloss in the shade Glamour to Go. I really like this one, but I think it's gonna start to go bad soon, so I would like to get a lot of use out of it. It is a really beautiful nude with quite a bit of shimmer in it, honestly. It's quite a bit of shimmer in there, but I really like layering this over a lip liner or just over a nude matte lip. So I'm gonna pull that guy in too. How did I know that was gonna happen? So guys, now I have my makeup drawer all ready to go and I am swatched up to the nines, and I will show you our finished little collection. So let's take a travel. So here is the finished look. This is where I'm going to be storing all of the products I'm using in the next 2 weeks. And I think we did a good job. I'm really excited to try to put this stuff to use, and keep an eye out on my Instagram for looks that I post using these products. If you're interested in seeing any of these products, let me know and I will be sure to either try to film a tutorial using one, or I'll post a picture on Instagram as well. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and let me know if you like the process of how I do this. If you think that we should do a different time frame, whether it be weekly, monthly, I can do either. I prefer bi-weekly because I do tend to change my mind very quickly with makeup. I like to switch things out. So I feel like 2 weeks is a very safe update zone where I'm not updating every week, but I'm also not making you wait a month and then boring myself to death with my products. Anyway, if you have not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit the notification bell so you're notified of all future videos coming from me. We have some really good ones coming up, including a giveaway. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, my loves, I will talk to you all later. Bye guys.